Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday. Oh man, it is a sleepy Sunday. Everyone's asleep in my house still. How is everyone's Sunday going so far? Or how was your Saturday, better yet? My Saturday was pretty good. I finished a bag. Oops, I finished a bag, and and then I hung out with Hope, watched finished up season 3 of Stranger Things, and I was contemplating on what today's bag was going to be. I put out material for it, but now I'm set. Like when I woke up, immediately I second guessed it. Oh, how fun, Sandra! Happy birthday to your baby. Hold on, let's see if I can reach this. I did go to the. I went to the quilting store yesterday to see what kind of fabric. I swear, my quilting store, like every time I go, I have like high hopes and I shouldn't because it happens every time. I was like, I'm gonna go get some tulip pink fabric. I want the cameos. I'm just gonna have to order it on Etsy. Happy birthday, my fellow Leo. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. We got two birthdays. We have a now 10-year-old and we have someone that's forever 21 like me. Oh my God. High five. Oh my gosh. All these July babies. Tomorrow's my nephew's birthday. I like to call him Harry Potter because, Harry Potter's birthday was July 31st. So, good morning. So, I went to my local, it's called Springwater Quilts. They are really nice to go. They're nice people, but I always feel weird going into that shop. See, like when I go into Joann's, no one bugs me. Like no one's like, "Hey, do you want my help? Do you want my help? You do want my help?" And I know that's what they're supposed to do, but I think at my Joann's, because it's a little bit different from others, there's a difference. There's a regular Joann's and then there's this Joann's called the Creative Center. The Creative Center looks so completely different than a regular Joann's. It's really like super artsy. And they have all these big demonstrations and they have huge classes. So no one really bugs me. They know who I am. They'll be like, "Hey, where's your kids? Oh, your kid's free, blah, blah, blah," like whatever. No problem, they know who I am. But my when I go to my quilt store, I always feel unbelievably uncomfortable because I feel like someone is like eye watching me every place that I go, and it makes me not want to stay in there to really shop. When I look for fabrics, I take my time. I'm like, say this is the fabric I'm looking for. I will look at it, I will feel it, I will touch it, I will like be like, okay, this might be good, and like fold it to see how thick it is when it's folded in half. Like that, I do all of that when I'm looking at vinyls or fabrics. I take a really long time to do it because it's your money. But when I'm at that store, I feel like I do not spend more than 20 minutes. I go in and out, and I never get to see the grand scope of everything because they have like all these cool creative grid rulers. They have like the flying geese. I've been looking for a flying geese because I have this idea for a bag using flying geese going all the way around it. And I don't know, I just feel really weird. But I did get some stuff and I wanted to share because they had their Halloween stuff out, and you know how I do Novaween. So the first thing they had was this, and so we're gonna be doing this for Novaween. It's they're mug rugs, but look at their little monsters. How cute is that? And this came with all the little fabric for it, and it was like $7. Oh, so yeah, I was like, this is super cute. So I got one more thing that was Halloween-ish, like project type. And it's Celebrate Halloween, and it makes two Halloween bags. It has like all the fabric for it inside, but it makes two trick or treat bags. But how cute is this? Because I bought Reese's Pieces, they were smaller ones, but I guess these are panels that I didn't see last year. Um, so yeah, I wanted to get I went in there with the purpose of getting flying geese rulers. You don't need rulers to make flying geese, but I just like tools that make my job easier because sometimes I don't know, I'll be working on something and I'll cut something the wrong way or whatever. Just that's how my brain works. So for me, having tools and rulers really do help me. Um, so when I'm cutting, I'm not cutting the wrong thing. So I have this really cool idea to make a flying geese thing bag, I'll show you the bag that I want to do. It's this bag. I know it looks kind of maybe dated, but if you can tell, this is all quilted. I wanted to omit the bow and I wanted to have one row of flying geese either going up or down because there is a area where some people have buttons. This is called from my auntie's two pattern. And I bought even, this is how big the bag is. This is the base. So I bought the base for it because I thought this would be really cool for Nova Ween too, to have like make this basket that you can put like it's a tall basket. It's really tall. Let me see if I can give you the largest 18 inches wide, 12 inches deep, and 16 inches tall. So I thought this would be really cool to put like have in the front of your living room where you could put maybe hats, coats, mittens, or whatever. We can make it into different holiday stuff. I was like trying to I'm trying to come up with some really cool things for Nova Ween. So I thought, because I seen this and I was like, these are really cool. And this is just made with foam and quilting cotton. And I was like, and these people are doing it with their domestic machine. I'm like, we can make something super cool. But I wanted to add a different element to it and make flying geese in the middle so that you can make it like, if it's for Hanukkah, it could be like a flying geese Hanukkah colors. If it's for Kwanzaa, it could be Kwanzaa colors. You know what I mean? Like I wanted it to be like, well, this is a really big basket that I could have like displayed in my room, in my house, where people are like, oh my God, where did you get this from? And you're like, oh, I made it, you know? I made this. I wanted to do something really fun for Nova Ween. So I got 3 projects so far. Um, I have 9 more that I'm looking for. Someone gave me this really cool bowl cozy. It's different than the one that we made last year. It kind of has like they look like flower petals and it holds bigger bowls of soup. And I'm gonna be real with you, Kendall uses those bowl cozies that I made all the time. Like that is his favorite thing ever. Because remember the material we used for Nova Ween were microwavable. And whenever he's bringing me a bowl of soup or when he's making soup, he immediately puts them in those bowl cozies. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna make some more Halloween ones, or if you don't have to, just because I'm making Halloween fabric ones does not mean you have to make Halloween fabric. You can make it anything you want, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year's, just because I love my favorite color red. Like make it whatever colors. I just want to bring a lot of different fun sewing projects for you. Just like when I make the trick or treat bags, they don't have to be trick or treat bags. They could be tote bags or gift bags that you're about to give a gift to someone for the holidays, anniversary, just because I love you kind of scenario. But yes, when I seen the 2 aunties, I immediately thought this will be a perfect Nova Ween project because it's a big bin. Like you can carry it if you want as a bag, but I think it would be really cool to have in front of your doorway where you could put stuff in it. Like, okay, put all your mittens in here or just like decorate it to have fun stuff around it. Like it could be like you make individual ones with people's holiday gifts and stick all of their gifts inside of it. Like it could be so many different things. Oh, Christine, yeah. I've been thinking about different quilting things because a lot of people I get a um yesterday when I showed you guys the other bag, I had someone message me like, "Can you teach how to do quilting like that as a Nova's nugget?" And so I've been thinking about doing different things. Yes, the bowl holders, like Kendall loves the bowl holders, but he hates how small they are. So someone gave me like there's like a special foam that's microwavable, but they're bigger ones. So he loves those things. I actually out of all the things I've made that like are random things around the house, like I have made hand towels, which that might be a Nova Ween one because it deals with applique And you can applique with cork, vinyl, or whatever. I actually recommend cork, or like I actually a thing that you could put in the wash machine, because vinyl, every time I make one with vinyl, it does not wash well. It winds up peeling, cracking, or whatever. But I have washed cork and with applique with it, and it looks good. It still looks good years later. But yeah, I thought about doing some either applique or reverse applique with cotton to make hand towels for Halloween. But again, although I'm making mine's Halloween, you can make yours just because, like, oh, it's summer, let me put a seashell, whatever. I know. I like bowl cozy because it's a one, it's a brick from a bag. Two, it's instant gratification. Within an hour of cutting it and sewing it, you have project two or three things that you can use for a lifetime. So definitely, I use it for ice cream too. I'm not gonna lie. Because it kind of insulates it so it doesn't start melting as fast. I know that sounds weird, but it I notice if I don't use a bowl cozy when I'm doing ice cream, it melts so fast. Plate cozy would be nice too. I'll look in to see if there's any patterns out there. If you find a pattern, let me know, and I will email the designer. Fair warning, I will not do a pattern on here without having the designer's permission. I even ask for it every time. Like if I do a bag stock, one pattern, I will ask again if I'm doing another pattern. You can ask Sotec because I already asked her to do a pattern, which won't be this Friday, it'll be next Fridays. Every time I do a new pattern, I ask for permission because these designers put in so much work, and I do not want to do anything that they say, no, I don't want someone doing it. Can you hold the pattern for the basket? Yeah. It's going to come out reverse. It's Auntie two patterns, and it's called the Rockport Carryall. When I see actually seen this in my quilting thing, this thing is massive, the large one. It is massive. Yeah, you can wash cork. You can't wash it like you have to do it like delicate, like it's a bra or something. It can't be like hardcore. Let me throw some water and some bleach up in this bad boy. It can't be hardcore. You will wash cork, and you're not washing a. Remember, I'm using it as an applique, so it might be like a 2 inch heart, not like a whole roll of cork. So that's the thing. I have washed waterproof canvas and vinyl as well, and it actually held up. Vinyl itself, no. I have not met a vinyl that I have been able to do because I like to make cute little kitchen towels for each theme. I go through a lot of kitchen towels, and sometimes I like buying really long baking towels to throw over your bread to keep it warm or whatever. And I like to put like cute little appliques. And when I started doing appliques, I always wanted to use cork vinyl or something like that. And vinyl does not wash well. It does not wash well at all. So the final two things that I got were Halloween fabrics that I didn't see that they have. Actually, Hope Fix found them. Okay, so look at this. Why is this cute? Why is he wearing a little R2D2 wearing a little cape? This is and he's BB-8 is a mummy. Chewbacca's is a little skeleton, and the porgs or bats. How cute is this? I'm making these into bowl cozies immediately. Maybe a holiday, the Halloween bag. But this is the cutest Halloween fabric. Yeah, I'm starting to gather stuff for Novaween because, dude, tomorrow's the last day of July and we're in August. Before you know it, Novaween's about to happen. And then this was the last Halloween. His little Gorgu in his little, he has little costumes and he has a little trick or treat. This is so cute. I couldn't. They were like, "Oh, do you want a fat quarter?" I was like, I have a hard time getting just a fat quarter. I always ask for a yard, but I was actually looking for some jelly rolls because I wanted to do a really cool quilting project with you guys. But their jelly rolls were ridiculously expensive, so I'm gonna go on Etsy. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, I love Notions. Yeah, and that was the thing that made me super upset, and I'm not saying I don't know why, maybe because they're a smaller establishment, I went in with hope, and even Hope mentioned it, they were like, "There's someone looking at us 24/7." I'm like, "It's a small shop, and they probably are looking for cues for us to say we need help." Um, but yeah, it's they were like, "If if this was me and this was Hope, and I'm the person, like, every time we moved, there was some we were like, "Okay." They had a lot of cool notions that I've never seen before, and I was gonna start grabbing them to purchase them down, and they also had the perfect 9 by 9, ruler. A lot of so what I've noticed testing a lot of patterns when they have like zipper pockets, they're either 9 by 9 or 10 by 10 or 8 by 8. So my goal was this year to get, a 7 by 7, an 8 by 8, a 9 by 9, a 10 by 10, and 11 by 11 ruler. So that way, if a pattern piece calls for it, I have the ruler, I can cut around it and call it a day and not have to actually print out the pattern piece. So they had the Creative Grid 9 by 9, and I was really excited because I've already explained to you the reason why I like Creative Grid rulers and Olaf rulers is because they have like the 60, 45-degree, 30-degree angle, and I use that when I'm quilting a lot. But yeah, they had the perfect flying geese ones too for the size that I wanted because I wanted the finished result to be 2 inches because I had this really cool idea for a basket with flying geese. Um, so there's ideas. Ooh, oh, I the like the stitch? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I bought the stitch from a lady at, So Magical, Texas. So when I go to Florida, I think she's gonna be there. I can never think of her name. I'm so sorry. But when I go to Florida, I'll see if she's there, and if she is, then I'll do a Nova's Notion when I do a Nova's Live, I will, like, indicate this is the person, and I will put everywhere you can get it. I get my stitch appliques from her, but all my other appliques, I usually cut out on my silhouette and call it a day. You can get appliques, though, pre-cut out or like rhinestone ones, if you just Google them on Etsy, you'll be surprised what you can find on Etsy. I just got the other day a stitch and it's all rhinestones and it's you just heat press that bad boy. I'm just trying to figure out the perfect bag to put it on. It looks so cool. I'm just like really excited for it. Thank you, Christine. I would really appreciate that. I know. Okay, so my Mackie 55 pattern, I'm going to wait. I had someone ask me to wait, so I'm going to wait, and I'm going to probably make it next weekend. I might make it on Friday or Saturday, so I can do a Barbie fantasy. And but between that and that, I can see if I can find like Barbie silhouette somewhere. Um, and possibly get some pink leather. I think I used all the pink leather in my simplistic sling. So I have a really soft pink. I might be able to use that and just skive the heck out of it. Because it is thick. It's like 2.5 mm. And I try to sew with zero point 0.9 or 1.2 at the most mm so it could fold over nicely without looking thick. Like I said, just because you have a machine that can sew over things thick seams does not mean you need to. It still looks gross. It looks like this area is all stitched nicely, then there's like a bubble of fat of thickness. It's not cute. It's not. Mm-mm, it's not cute. Oh, yeah, this is Christine got me this really cool ponytail holder for my birthday, and that's what I'm using. It matches my hair. I have like a deep conditioner in my hair, so I was like, let me just throw this up in here. Good morning. Oh my God. Yeah, you have Novaween is fun. Okay, because Halloween's my favorite holiday. It just It just was a thing, like, both grandparents liked it when I was younger. My mom's mom would always have all the people from the church over for a party, and it wasn't like this mundane party where you're like, "Okay." It's like Bible studies and we're not gonna have fun. No, like grandma would have like bobbing for apples, pin the tail on the donkey, like laser tags. Like she would have a room that had like smoke and like flashing lights that we didn't know caused seizures back then. So, and it would be like dance party, best costume. So like Halloween has been like in me. I like to cosplay. I love dressing up as characters. So Halloween is a day where like I feel like everyone could dress up to be whoever they want to be without any judgment, any qualms, and you're just having fun. Um, so the moment I made this channel, I knew I wanted to do the 13 days of Halloween because one of my favorite things to watch, and you will see me in September totally fangirl out, is I love watching the 31 days of Halloween on Freeform, which now also is a participant of Disney. They'll release what movies that they are going to play and whatever. It's like one of the one times that all my family members in my household here will watch like all these cool Halloween movies and just have fun. One of my favorite cartoon series is Bob's Burgers, and they usually have a Halloween special every year. We watch The Simpsons Halloween, so I wanted just to incorporate that in my channel where for 13 days, I have 13 videos that consist of other things other than just bags. And just have fun. So I get requests for that. So like I told you, someone gave me told me to get the pattern for the bigger bowl cozies. We're gonna have the trick or treat bag. We're gonna have this really cool basket. I found a couple other people uh that are like designers that have been out for a while that I don't see videos for that have really I cool patterns that are not that expensive that we can do, we can have some fun with. That's my whole fun thing about 13 Days of Halloween. It's not your traditional Shinova's making a bag. It's like Shinova's making a little bit of everything that I can incorporate into my everyday life. And then I'll dress up some of the days, like the Mad Hatter. I already have this really cool idea for the first day of Halloween. I'm really excited about it. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing for your birthday, Virginia? My stomach is growling. Good morning, Shannon. Yeah, so the 13 days of Halloween is my favorite. It's absolutely. Don't get me wrong, I love doing the advent calendars and opening them up every day because it like curbs my curiosity to try to hunt down the presents that my family gives me and open them before they give them to me. We all know I have that issue. So the advent calendars are fun, but 13 days of Novaween is really cool. And I'm also working with someone who's helping me um design a t-shirt that I can sublimate, and then I'm going to give away some t-shirts during the 13 days of Halloween too. No, I have not showed the bag yet. I will definitely show it right about now. Oh, I know. Virginia, this is it. Like I feel like I'm an easy person to get. Like because but I feel like I have everything that I possibly could want. There was only one thing I wanted. So Toward start collaborating with Betsy Johnson, and there's this one Betsy Johnson shirt that I would never buy by myself because it costs like $50. But it is the cutest shirt ever. So those are that shirt and these Thundercat Puma shoes. Yeah, you heard me say it. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Okay. um, these Thundercat Puma shoes were the only two things that I wanted. Because I didn't know Puma and Thundercat collab together, and they have like these amazing shoes. I we made like yeah, I want to try the witch's hat that I normally wear. Um, is bigger. And I'm gonna ask the lady if I can make this one. It is a process to make it though. I wore it a couple times. It's my favorite one. It's either that or I do have my own Mad Hatter pattern that I use for my Mad Hatter things, but it's just about me getting the pieces on PDF and like send it to you guys for free. I'm not too savvy on pattern pieces and how to put them in Adobe or whatever to send it to you so it's accurate size. So I do need to talk to someone about that. But yes, I have my own Mad Hatter pattern that I created a long time ago because the Mad Hatter is one of my favorite characters in Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I make a lot of hat patterns. If you ever see me like really strike clothes, I generally have some kind of hat with me and I like making hats. It's another weird sewing thing that I do that a lot of people are not aware that I do. It sounds like you're going to have a good birthday, Virginia. Okay? I'm like Thundercats and Pumas. I was like, I want these shoes so I could wear them to Magical Florida. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, I won't wear them until like a couple of weeks before so I could break them in. Because I'm notorious for wearing new shoes to a function and never breaking them in. And then Kendall's like, you have blisters, don't you? I'm like, it's not my fault. It's it's not my fault. Like, I didn't understand why everyone thought Crocs were comfortable. The first time I wore Crocs for rest, if Christina was on here, she could tell you, was at So Magical, Texas. And like day 3, I decided to wear them without socks. And I was like walking slow. I was like, ouch, ouch, ouch. So I had to run to Lauren's booth. And shout out to Lauren because her booth was the only one that actually was selling some kind of socks. And then I was able to walk normal. And because they were like these thick, fuzzy socks that had scissors on them. But yeah, I always have to break in shoes no matter what they are because my skin's really sensitive and I get blisters over the stupidest stuff. But I mean, come on, these are so cute. These Halloween ones. Come on. I'm really excited about this one. And the problem, okay, also the other problem with my quilt shop is they don't ever carry the full line. Okay, so like Tula Pink, the Pirate Girls, there are 9 pieces of there's 9 whole things in that collection. You can't tell me these are the only 2 things in the collection. Carry the whole line, Spring Water. Carry the whole line. I'm okay. I'm okay. So that's what I got from Spring Water. Let's see. Oh, that is so sweet, Shannon. Oh, thank you. Cause like I have 0 idea. I just draw a lot of hats and a lot of people like my Mad Hatter hats. And I'm like, yeah, I don't even know. I can give you dimensions. And then you're looking at me like, I don't have that. I use like, I use like the old school tools that you had in the class with, to make like round circles and stuff. And Kendall's like, did you just use a plate? I'm like, yes. You know? All right. So here is my Lord of the Ring messenger bag. All right, let me back it up. So in this, you have your zipper pocket that's in here. You have your magnetic snaps. You have a slip pocket. You have a zipper pocket that's in this flap that has a nice compartment in another slip pocket. Then instead of having it, because this is a sling, it's supposed to be a sling, but I just thought it was big as a sling. So I took this off, no sling, and I put in like D-rings on the side. So inside you have a area to put your computer, and I put a slip pocket, a zipper pocket on the other side. And that is it. It's so I used pulled leather for the green, this really cinnamon brown cork for the sides, and for the straps, I totally caught. If you guys hear me talk about Amy from Bed Hug all the time, she's one of the people that I really look at her bags and like when I grow up, I want to make bags like Amy. Amy is notorious for making cork on one side and then the other side have the webbing. So I did that. And it makes the bag feel more substantial. Um, because some of the webbing that we get is really thin and it digs into your strap, your shoulders when you're using it. But I notice if I do a cork and webbing, it doesn't do that. Like the cork helps tremendously. But yeah, and I did, instead of birthing, I bound it. And I used fusible fleece. I feel like I should have used foam, but it has a nice soft side. And I'm going to stamp this today when I get off here. I'm going to put baggins on the top, like with leather stamps. Because, you know, Shire, baggins. I'm a nerd. And it says Shire, so I just felt like baggins on the top would be really cool. Like, that's what I'm probably going to do. Let's see. No, the quilt shop had 0 Barbie fabric. Yeah, okay, so that's good to know because like I got the Harry Potter ones from the Harry Potter Crocs from Vera Bradley. Everybody that sees them automatically compliments me. They're beautiful. They're like this watercolor look. And somehow I got them by just the grace before they got sold out. Yeah, super uncomfortable the first 4 days, and now I'm like, why doesn't everyone have a pair of Crocs? They're the best thing in the world. Thank you. Thank you so much, Eve. Yes, I love this. I was gonna go for, I had a chocolate brown, but I thought with the olive green, it really kind of set it off. Thank you. I use, this is Sincerely Jen's Duncan bag. If you're not familiar with Sincerely Jen, all of her patterns are named from something from Friends. So she has like the ugly naked guy. um, she has We Are on a Break. Like she has like all these really cute, fun names um from Friends, and that makes me want to buy them alone. Actually. Oh, I know. I know. I seen that too. I know. And if you're Sandra, who's in our group that goes under Sewing Room Gardener, she's coming out with a really. She came out. She made this Barbie bag that is fire. Like it looks like a classic Barbie bag. And they took it. One of her coworkers took it to go see the Barbie movie. Um, it was beautiful. Like I'm here for everybody making these Barbie bags right now. I'm just actually really surprised that a lot of these fandom groups have not jumped on that trail because Barbie is doing so well. Everyone that watched it is like explaining like that you go through a sea of emotions and that it's nothing like you think it is, and it's really positive. I know Miko Craft is. I would love just to sit down and like interview him or just talk to him, because his art is just phenomenal. Yeah, I'm telling, because some of the Crocs are really cool. They have these Hello Kitty ones that are really cute right now. The ones that I never can get are the Hocus Pocus ones. My sister got them, and I immediately wanted to get them because everyone knows I love Hocus Pocus, and they have like this gradient that goes from blue to orange. It looks very Halloween. Oh my god, they have fins, how cute. I seen that. Okay, so they're also this like a higher brand called something like MCM or something, and Lindsay Lohan is a spokesperson of them. Why they are the most elegant Crocs. I never would even put those two words together with Crocs. They're super elegant. And I'm like, what is going on here? My doctors wear them. They're like, yeah, they're comfortable and they have arch support. The fins are cute though. Yeah. So I'm really happy with this. It is going to be a longer messenger bag because it's a pretty tall bag. I want to make this again, but I want to make it as a backpack. I it's okay for a sling. I just feel like because of how bulky it is, that it would fit across your whole bag back like awkward at an angle. So I might make this again with this being a backpack. I haven't decided yet. Yes, they are. Like they tell people, I have a cousin that her kid has flat arches and they're pigeon toe, and her doctor recommended Crocs. And 2 years later, the girl's not pigeon toe anymore. Her arch has lifted a little bit, so she doesn't have to get surgery. Her feet were so flat that she would get bone spurs, and she was two, so she would cry uncontrollably whenever she would walk on them. And I was like, this poor baby, she's going to have to get surgeries. And between going to a chiropractor, physical therapy, and those shoes, she does not have flat feet anymore, and she is not pigeon toe. Yeah, that's it. It's like a big sling. Now, hear me out. I love big slings because you already know my favorite sling is the Park Sling from So Sweetness. But So Sweetness, again, genius designer, had made this bag shaped as a diamond, like a teardrop. So it doesn't look, it kind of looks like it goes narrow and then it goes wider at your waist. So it's narrow when the bag is up here. And so it looks really good as a sling. I have put it on my husband, I put it on my kids, I put it on smaller kids, and there's not a person that does not look good in that park sling. And it has a lot to do with the shape of the bag. Because this bag is a perfect rectangle, I'm fluffy, and this covers my whole entire boobs and my gut. So I'm just saying, imagine this on a little kid. They would just be drowning on it. This is a big bag. So I felt like it would look better as a messenger bag, although it would be awkward. Like I told my husband, it's super awkward because it's long, and most messenger bags are a little bit shorter, but I thought it would look cute as a messenger bag and or a backpack. So my next time messing around with it is going to be making it into a backpack because I think it'll look really awesome. I've seen his bags, I watch his bags, and I have not made it. But whose bag I seen the other day, um, is it Q Ting? She's the one that did the lolly bag. She has a backpack out right now that I want to do. I want to do so hard. I need to message her to see if she has a pattern I could buy for this backpack. It has like accordion in the inside to help make it wider or smaller. Like, I wanna do this backpack so much. Yeah, I think it would be an amazing backpack, um, and because of all the functions on it, I think it just will look really cool. I actually might make I was trying to debate on what bag I'm gonna bring for So Magical Florida, and I'm thinking about making one like this because it would be really good to bring for a carry-on bag too. Because you have one personal bag and one carry-on. I think this will be a really good one. Yeah, you're right, Julie. Dude, okay, and then my 17-year-old, there's this thing she calls prison crocs. Okay, so this conversation came randomly in our thing. My son was like, I want a pair of Crocs when I take out the trash. Now we live in Maryland. Anyone that lives in this area knows it rains all the time. So when it's trash day on Thursday night, Kendall takes all the trash cans and rolls them out to the other the street. Now, our backyard between all the gates is there's nothing paved. We have talked to the association to see if we can get just like pavers to go to that corner because if it rains, you're literally like dragging this huge trash can through the mud. So he's like, I want Crocs. That way I could just rinse them off before I go inside the house. And I want them orange so people can see me in the backyard. And Faith was like, those are prison Crocs. And we're like, what? She's like, yeah, people in prison, they don't wear regular shoes anymore. They wear orange Crocs. And then I was like, you're lying. So I started Googling it. She is not lying. Most state penitentiaries have the prisoners wear orange Crocs because there's no shoelaces. There's nothing they can do to harm somebody else with it or harm themselves. And I was like, shut up. I didn't know that. I thought they wore like Toms or something. I the patterns from Sincerely Jen. Okay, Shannon. My husband was like, I am not getting Crocs. So Crocs came out with these. shoes that look just like the Yeezy shoes. Like they look exactly like the Kanye West Adidas ones. They're real bubbly and they're very masculine looking. I bought him a pair of these and he's like, I don't know, Shova. I really don't like Crocs. I feel like they're lazy. You're not tying your shoes. He puts his feet in them. Dude, he Mr. Rogers as soon as he gets home. He takes off his work shoes and puts on his Crocs. Like there's nobody's business. When I'm saying Mr. Rogers, he like literally takes off one shoe at a time and like has a foot on his, on his shin and then tosses the shoe and catches it. I'm like, why are you Mr. Rogering this? You make it really weird. But like now he loves his Crocs and they're like in this weird slate gray color. And he's like, I kind of want some in red and black. I'm like, yeah, welcome to the Croc family. Everybody in this house likes Crocs. Sincerely, Jen. Yes. It's called the Duncan. It was bag of the month last month. It's available like solo through her site. It's a great pattern. It's a lengthy pattern. Um, but to me, I feel like it takes longer to cut out than to make this pattern. There's a couple patterns like that. There's a lot of little intricate pieces and you need to check. As long as you do all the check boxes, she gives you most of the pattern pieces. There's like a handful that you just have to measure and cut. And it's a really easy, fast going project. I feel like the reason why I think it was dubbed as the advanced bag is putting. You can also do, there's a buckle version of this. I just did the magnet. Look at my edge painting. Matched it perfectly. Color theory is beautiful. I think that if you look if you're in bag of the month, this was the hardest part. People trying to just tack this down at 1/8 of an inch. So to get that 3-dimensional look. But the way she does this is genius. I love reading people's patterns and you learn something that you're like, wait, I never would have thought of that. The way she does that is none other. Like I've never seen it before. Trust the process. Well, the pieces she tells you to interface. The pieces she doesn't, don't interface, and there's a good reason why. I agree. Crocs plus romantic was it's like a happy life. Your feet are happy. He even says, he was like, man, my arch support just feels good. He's like, I noticed when I wear it, my lower back doesn't hurt. I'm like, dude, because it has like this, the shoe is nothing but an arch. It is a foam arch. And yeah, he really likes those Crocs. I don't know. Faith knows weird stuff. Like she like she knows like the weirdest things. I like just very weird random stuff. And I'm like, how do you know that? like she just knows awkward stuff. I think she will be really good if we were playing like trivia games or like Family Feud. She just knows random facts. Like she was telling me yesterday, she came into the room and she doesn't watch the news and she was like, Mom, did you hear about like there's like 100 beached whales and dolphins? Hey Faith, what's up? Sure, I would love some coffee. You speak of the devil and then they appear. Just like she's no, she was like, did you hear that there's like 100 beach whales and dolphins right now? And they couldn't get them out on boats, so they had to euthanize them. I was like, where did you hear? There's no news on. Where did you get this information? No, he doesn't wear he doesn't wear cardigans, but here's my husband's nerdy side. He likes sweater vests, especially when he goes to work because he has to go suited and booted to work, button up shirt, slacks, belts, the whole 9 yards. So my Kendall has asthma, so he always at all costs always tries to keep his chest warm because he believes if his chest is warm, then he won't have asthma attack. Don't ask, it's a weird thing. I just let it go. I just sometimes as a wife you just got to let things go or you're going to cause an argument because when he says that, if you see my facial expression you'll be like Shanova. Okay, so he'll wear sweater vests and like he hangs up everything. Like we're polar opposite. Like if I'm taking clothes off, there's a pile all over the floor and he's generally picking up right after me. So he like takes it off, he like hangs it up, puts it on in a clear bag, and you're just like, So, yeah, I call it Mr. Rogering it. He changes his shoes when he comes home, like, and he doesn't believe in wearing like house slippers. So this Crocs was the closest I can give him because what he would do is put on tennis shoes. And I'm like, you're just walking around the house. You're not going outside. So why are you wearing like full? Because like he okay, so maybe okay, I'm half Hispanic and half black. On my Hispanic side, we walk around the house like barefooted. Like my family comes from Spain. Being comfortable with your body is normal. So like he calls it, I'm bam bam and pebbling it. My kids do the same thing. Like my kids will be like, my feet can't breathe. I'm not comfortable. Like you don't the only time we wear slippers is if it's winter. That is it. So he's the only person in the house that Mr. Rogers it. And we all look at him just like and he's like, "No, it's normal. You're supposed to wear shoes in the house." I'm like, "Every other place I've ever went to, it's shoes out of you don't wear shoes in the house because you're tracking in mud and dirt and all that stuff." So it's a topic that we have every like at least once a week. I'm not gonna even lie. 'Cause I try to all my friends in all different other cultures, nobody wore shoes inside the house. That they'll wear like socks or like house shoes that never go outside, or barefooted because you're not tracking anything. But yeah, Kindle's different. He even changes his socks. I'm kid you not, like this is how Kindle got in laundry duty. So he comes home, he takes off his work socks, puts on like Nike or Adidas or Puma, whatever socks he has, and then puts on his new shoes. I'm like, so that is two pairs of socks a day, sir. I am not doing your laundry. I'm not doing it. So that's inside about me and Kindle. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Yeah, but go Google orange Crocs and just put like prison and orange Crocs, and you'll be like, shut up. I get my Crocs from the Crocs store or, like, if somebody collabs with someone like Vera Bradley, because Vera Bradley has a very beautiful Harry Potter print. Like, they have, like, this Harry Potter bag, and it's nice and quilted. So somebody told me, was like, "Dude, Shinova, she's coming out with Harry Potter Crocs." And she also has the sandal version that doesn't have, like, the closed toe in. I immediately went to Vera Bradley. They actually had it in the store and I got it. Now, when they collaborate with Disney, like for Spider-Man or whatever, you can either get them at the Crocs store online or you can go to a Disney store itself and purchase them. Yeah. Yeah, the Dunkin' takes a while to cut out. I'm not gonna lie. Or I'm a slow cutter, maybe. I don't know. But it's well worth it. I didn't hear about the wells. I did not hear about them, and then she was like, "Yeah, they were like they had to euthanize them because they couldn't get them to the water." And I'm just like, "Is it that's a lot of wells to beach themselves. Like, what happened? No one else is worried about that? That is like an alarming amount of wells." Yeah, Bam Bam and Pebbles. That's what he calls Ken's Bam Bam and me and Hope and Faith are Pebbles. He's like, "You guys just walk around barefooted." We're like, "We didn't go outside. We're not understanding what your problem is." Okay, no shoes in the house unless they're house shoes. So my kids, especially Bam Bam, Ken has straight. I'm not even lying. He has the most beautiful feet I've ever seen in a guy, and I'm not saying this my because he's my son. Everyone that's seen Ken when he was a baby and everything, they're like his feet are pretty. Faith calls his feet peanut butter and jelly because the top of his feet is just like this light peanut butter color and like the bottom of his feet are just like this pinkish white. That he has really even toes, everything, right? The only issue with Ken is he has hobbit feet on top of it. Ever since he was little, we were never able to get a regular size. We always have to get double wide. This kid's feet are super wide. Like I have never he has the everyone else has really narrow feet in this house, and this dude's feet are like hobbit feet. That's they're pretty hobbit feet. That's all. Like, There who I mean, how many people do you know would be like, "Yeah, I have to get my son, like, a 6 double wide." It's not an easy size to get either. He is very limited on shoes. That's one of the reasons why he likes Crocs is at certain Croc stores, you can get things in double wide. He has a double wide foot, like, either he's gonna be bigger. I bet $50 that he's gonna be taller than Kendall, but I've never he has a double wide foot, and we just look at him. He has really pretty feet. They're just like he's definitely Bam Bam. Yes, all my friends from Japan, I have friends that are they're Indian descent. I have had friends from all different walks of life, and the number one rule is no shoes in the house. Like they had a thing like right at the front door where you take off your shoes. Now, grant you, we would have to carry them because there's something about Loki and Kendall's shoes. I have no what it's like. He loves you chasing him around the house getting his shoes. So if he took off his shoes and then brought them up to his closet and put them up, they'll be cool and get your house shoes on. But he'll wear sneakers that he wears outside, and we're all looking at him like nobody else is tracking anything except you. We wipe the dog's paws before they come inside. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah, my favorite question. Okay, funny story. So when Samantha bought Swoon, she had like a big launch thing. So she had people interviewing. We interviewed Natalie from So Hungry Hippie. We interviewed by Annie and a couple others. So Tammy got to interview by Annie. You could probably see these interviews if you Google them in within Swoon, right? In the search engine box. And so she was like, "Hey, I need to have questions to ask her." I was like, "Ask her if she says barefooted." And they were like all looking at me because we have Zoom chats. And I'm like, "Yeah, ask her." And she was like, "What?" And I'm like, there are people that sew with a shoe or without a shoe, and then there's people that sew with socks, and there are people that go barefooted. I was like, I sew barefooted. Even if I have a shoe, I slide my foot off of it to go barefooted. And then nobody wanted to ask by Annie that. So finally, I guess there was like a lull in the conversation. And Tammy asked her, she was like, "Yeah, I don't sew with a shoe on." I was like, yes, respect. Respect. Well, that was the only question I was able to give. I was like, ask everybody if they sew with a shoe off. I asked him. I was the one that did. I interviewed Sherry from Cork, and I asked her too. She was like, she shows with no shoe on. And I'm like, it's a thing. We're not alone. Okay. That was my contribution question. Like they're always looking like, "Sure, but that's a weird question. Is it? Is it?" Yes, take the shoe off. I love yeah. There's a place where you can get Vera Bradley fabric, and I lost information. Someone sent it to me, and there because I was telling them I wanted Mickey Mouse Vera Bradley fabric, and it takes about 8 weeks to get to you. But yes, there's a place that actually sells her fabric by the yard that's licensed fabric. I lost the information, but I'm pretty sure if you Google it in one of the groups, you could find it. Yeah, all right. See, Lynette, it's Kendall that's weird, not us. Let's see. Yeah, cutting and sewing at this I prefer whatever I'm gonna sew tomorrow, I'm cutting today. I like to cut, interface, and then I'll do it the next day because it could become overwhelming and you're just like, I don't want to do it. Definitely, Shannon, anytime. Yeah, Faith is making me coffee. Like I'm telling you, she is so tiny. She is so tiny, but that girl makes noise like she is a T-Rex. I can hear her whisking cream into my coffee. I'm not gonna complain because I have a 17-year-old that makes me coffee. A lot of people can't say that. And they make the coffee how I like it. So they're like French pressing it. It's pretty cool. I've learned how to make sandals. I don't have the shoe stuff, but guess who does have a sewing machine meant for shoes? Sandra. Sandra and her thing one of the first things I noticed in her thing I was like was the CS press, the CS Osborne press because I've never seen one in person. And then far at the end of the classroom, she has a shoe making thing. I was like, I've seen these, but I've never seen one in person. It Man, if I made shoes, I would be over. I would I'm already trying to figure out how to make a I wanna make a really cool, like, bowler hat in leather. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, some kinda cosplay, I have no idea. I've been sketching one out. Yeah, that I know, you can't it's like a feet thing. You know who when I noticed it when I taught the persimmon, so many people slipped off one of their shoes, like, it was weird at the same time when I was like, "Okay, set your machine at 3 for stitching." It was like a sound where everybody was slipping their shoe off to put their bare foot on the pedal, and I almost died because I was like, "It's a thing. It's a thing with sewers." Oh, ballet slippers, that would be nice too. I think it's a crime too. I'm not gonna lie to you, Shannon, it's a crime. I would be like, "I'm second guessing your sewing skills because you do not have your foot gripping the pedal." It's it's like, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I don't know, but, like, it's a weird thing, but it's a thing nonetheless. I can sew with the Crocs. I don't know why. I have done that before. I The only time I wear shoes or some kind of thing on my feet is in the winter. Because even though I have a huge space heater, all the heater vents are on the 2nd and the 3rd floor, and because I'm in the basement, when it's winter, it is winter down here. That's when you see me wearing sweaters on the morning live, you'll be like, "Shanova's cold." So I have a space heater, but for some odd reason, because heat rises, it never really gets to underneath the sewing machine area, even no matter where I place it. So I will wear like my Crocs or something so I'm not feeling like I'm gonna have frostbite and die. It gets cold up in here sometimes. Oh yeah. I've had so many flip-flop injuries, like seriously, because I'm a natural born klutz. I have done stuff in flip-flops where you're just like, no. No. And I'm also in the mindset that thank you, Faithy. I appreciate it. No. What is on your face? Did you wash your face?
Yes.
But there's like
I think this acne thing and it kind of crusted.
that is gross.
And the baby might want sweet or salty for breakfast.
Oh my god. I'm talking about maybe wash your face again.
We're gonna make my favorite gummy bears stale.
That's not gummy
The
bear.
gummy worms, those are my
You're
favorite.
not getting any of my gummy worms. Why do you guys ask me for candy? You know I don't
We
share
have like
candy.
you know that you have a sweet tooth. You
I
pass it
do.
down to us, and I'm the one that has
Doesn't
the
mean I
more.
have to
I
share.
have the major sweet tooth.
But that doesn't mean I have to share. Sharing is not caring.
But you understand.
Did you put cinnamon in this?
No, I use the death coffee. It's called
Oh
death.
yeah, I do like the death coffee.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it smells like cinnamon. But that's because you don't have any more other coffee candy.
I have to tell Dad. We have to get our Nigerian friend to bring some coffee home.
My teacher, I might ask her, but she likes her coffee really black. Miss Spencer, she gets her coffee from
You know,
Hispanic
I'm
countries.
100% live though. I just want you to know that.
Hi.
It's that's yeah. I had a flip flop injury where I was running and the flip flop thing came out and I just ate it face first on the door. I don't know why my hands didn't come out. But yeah, I don't really wear flip flops because somehow, some way, I always injure myself. This is why I do Crocs now. Yes, I'd seen that, Christine. I wasn't sewing, so I just had my Crocs on. But if I got behind a sewing machine, most likely you would have seen me slip my Croc off. I know, because the toe box is so big, Shannon. It's like a really good toe box where so your feet are just if you do injure yourself. M Man, toe injuries, can we just talk about that for a minute? Because everyone wants to be like, "Oh, you just injured your toe." No, have you ever stubbed your toe where you, like, jammed it or you felt like you broke it and it hurt for, like, weeks and you're just like, "What did I do?" Yeah. No. And then you're like, "I'm not going to the doctors, all they're gonna do is pop it back in place and, like, tape it to another toe." So I'm just yeah. Yeah, flip-flops, I injured myself on flip-flops. I have injured myself I also ate it at the pool because of the flip-flop. I should really have a lot of scars on my face. I just wanna throw that out there. Yeah, Faith makes really good coffee. Kindle makes it a little bit better. But yeah, Faith makes coffee. I need to teach Hope because when Faith goes to college, I need another person to make me so I need Faith and Kindle to teach Hope. But I feel like Hope is like has the attention span like I do that there will be something missing in my coffee. Like there'll be grinds or something. I'll be like, I'm not drinking that. Oh, yeah. I wanna redo the basement. I wanted to have cork flooring, but then I was watching another sewist, and she's like, "Beware, don't do it," because I guess apparently if you drop needles in cork flooring, they, like, go in. So she stepped on a needle with her flip-flop. Ugh. Yeah, we have just a basement floor. I wanna do new flooring, and I wanna keep my wallpaper, but I wanna have different I told you on this side of my room, the wallpaper is all Star Wars ships. They're like the blueprints to every Star Wars ship. On this side is decoupage and, like, newspapers during, like, the golden era where in New York, the so we have that. So I wanted to have something cool on the back of this one. I like weird wallpaper. I don't know what's wrong with me. Thank you, Virginia. Cupcakes and coffee sound good. Sandra needs to send me some cupcakes. Like I've been fantasizing about those cupcakes and I feel like it's unhealthy to fantasize about cupcakes, but if you have them, you will understand. So, I'm like wanting cupcakes. No, she wanted like I always have weird candy in my room and I always try to not to have it around when the kids are present because they like the same candy as me and the same ice cream. I almost went like Hulk smash on the whole house yesterday because for my birthday, I only like two kinds of ice cream. You guys heard Moose Tracks, and the other one is birthday cake, where they have like chunks of cake and vanilla ice cream. And Kendall bought me the birthday cake one on my birthday, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going downstairs. I'm gonna make myself a birthday cake ice cream cone." Right? It was gone, and they were like, "We didn't eat it. We didn't eat it." I'm like, Kendall doesn't like birthday cake. He only likes like pecan or like s'mores, like gross ice creams. Um, but my kids like the same ice creams as I do. And I almost went hope I was so upset. I was so happy. I just got done making the bag. I was like, I'm gonna treat myself for an ice cream cone. No, there's no ice cream. There's no ice cream. There's none of my ice cream. And they were like, none of us like it. Then why is it gone? Why is it gone? So yeah, they almost died yesterday. I I feel like if I was a superhero, I would be Hulk because I get angry and it's like a whole different person. It's just whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. So yeah, my kids, I'm still pissed about that. But yeah, so those are the things I got at the shop. I'm really excited about these two Halloween ones, and I'm really happy about Novaween. I think this is really cute though. I don't my kids don't trick or treat, but I do have nephews that do. But this is gonna be a really cute trick or treat bag. I thought this was cool because this is enough to make 2 bags, and it was 10.99. So you get the lining and the, exterior in here, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. Hmm. See, I know concrete floors are not the best to like work on, not just because of the cold and heat. It's just that it's really bad for your arches of your feet and everything. Very, very true. I did give him bombastic side eye all day. They were like, "What? We didn't eat it." And Kendall was like, "Shnova, I don't like that ice cream." He has like his blue bunny and something else, some other Louisiana ice cream, and it's always pecan. It's always pecan. I'm like, why did you get two different name brands and it's pecan? Because they taste different. Or like something like Rocky Road or whatever, or something with chocolate where he knows I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. But these two ice creams, Moose Tracks and Birthday Cake, are the only two ice creams I like. So when it comes in the house, I'm like, yay, it's just for me. No. Or my other thing I like to do, I'm not a huge Kit Kat fan, but I do like the white chocolate one. But I like to stick it in the freezer for 4 hours and then let it be kind of frozen and eat it. It's amazing. And then I'll go in the freezer and they're gone. They take my candy from me. So now I hide it in different drawer. I have a lock in the top drawer of my my cutting cabinet, and that's where I put my candy stash now. I have the key. I'm the only person that has the key. Kids. Anywho, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna start doing the bag for today and finish this coffee and maybe make some French toast and get ready. So I will talk to you guys mañana, and I hope everyone has a really good day and a good weekend. Okay. Bye. Oh, the Halloween kit I got from Springwater Designs. You can probably call them and ask them to get it because they do have an online store, Springwater Designs. Just put Springwater Designs in Columbia, Maryland, and you'll see their website. And if you need to get like the SKU number, just message me and I'll give it to you because I think you could just purchase it from them. Tastes like wax. You guys have a really good day. Talk to you later. Bye.